Yes, my people, hope you are all doing well. So the truth is, if you don't know pullbacks correctly, you don't know structure correctly. If you don't know structure correctly, you're cooked. So how can we fix this? You see, what is the big problem? Well, if I don't know what counts as a pullback and what not, where is my structure going to be? For example, some people might draw this as low, high, pullback, 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 and have these as their protected highs. Some people might just draw it as one simple leg. It's going to give different protected highs, different protected lows, different structure, and you're not going to know what is going on. So how can we create a mechanical way to fix this problem and also keep the high accuracy? Well, let's get straight into it. We see the first things we have to ask ourselves is what actually is a pullback? Because pullbacks can be subjective. We don't know what it is. Well, we want to use structure and time frames in order to determine what a pullback is, because if there is a pullback, high, pullback, higher high, this becomes a break of structure. If this is not a pullback, then this is not a break of structure, because in order to have a break of structure, we need a pullback. That makes sense. If there's no pullback, there is no break of structure. So if I'm classing this as a pullback, I'm classing this as a break of structure. If I'm not classing this as a pullback, I'm not classing this as a pullback, we don't have any breaks of structure. So we need to use multi-time frame analysis in order to determine our pullbacks. And why is that? Because you see, when the higher time frame and lower time frame move together, this is called the expansion phase. When the higher time frame and lower time frame are in opposing directions, this is called the pullback phase. So now we can use this to determine, yo, is this a pullback or is this part of the expansion? Remember, in an uptrend, we expand, we pull back. We expand, we pull back. In a downtrend, we expand lower, we pull back higher. We expand lower, we pull back higher. So if I am classing this as a pullback, what does that mean? That means my lower time frame has to be in an uptrend. So my lower time frame, I need to see this. Okay, I need to see this shift in structure. If I don't see a shift in structure, then we never pulled back because the time frames were never opposing. If it is just something like this, right, where's my lower time frame protected high? It's all the way up here. So this is just part of the expansion, and this is not a break of structure. I will then see if when we broke this, so let's see what the lower time frame's doing here. Let's say the lower time frame is this orange, and this is my lower time frame protected high. If we did not flip bullish before going back down, this is not a pullback. Okay, this here is a pullback because on my lower time frame, we flip bullish. We switched into the opposite trends. And if the times are opposing, that means we pulled back. If price does this on my higher time frame, stay with me, this blue line, this is not a pullback. Why? Because they were still in the same trend. So this is still just part of the expansion. So this can't be a break of structure because breaks of structure only happen when we have a pullback. We didn't have a pullback because we didn't break this lower time frame high. So this is all just one big leg. Okay, this is no break structure in here. Our protected high is still all the way up here. It is the same thing with an uptrend. How do we determine if these are pullbacks or not? Well, let's see what the lower time frame is doing. We need that lower time frame. Boom. As soon as that lower time frame switched, put it in orange, from an uptrend into a downtrend, this is now qualified as a pullback. Okay, as soon as we get that, we can now say price is pulling back. Whether that's small, whether that's big, that's fine. That is a pullback. If price does this, this is not a pullback, okay? And this is not a break of structure. Because what did a lower time frame do? High, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Did the lower time frame ever switch bearish? That's what you want to ask yourself. If not, it's not a pullback. If yes, it is a pullback. I hope you get my point. Let's go into the chart and let's see what we have. So Works the same with any two time frames. For example, you can use the 4 hour and the 15. You can use the daily and the 4 hour. You can use the 15 minute and the 1 minute. You can use the 3 minute and the 30 seconds. Okay, just pick a decent ratio and go off that. It's exactly the same. So let's check this. We're on the 3 minute. So our 30 seconds is going to be our lower time frame. So we have this high here and we broke it. Now, as soon as I see something that could be a break of structure, this could be a break of structure to the upside, I want to ask myself, okay, from this high to this low, did we shift structure on the lower time frame? Because I remember on the lower time frame, I need to see this, that shift in structure. So if this is a 3 minutes, I can use the 30 seconds as my lower time frame. Let's see, what did my 30-second time frame do? On my 30-second time frame, it made a high, a low, a higher high, a lower low. This was my 30-second change of character to the downside. So my 3 minute was in an uptrend, my 30-second was in a downtrend. What does that mean? Price did pull back. If price did pull back, then that creates a break of structure. So now I can count this as a break of structure and I can have my protected low here. Now let's play price out. I'm expecting this low to hold. I'm expecting price to continue higher. Okay, interesting. We get another potential break of structure. So again, let's focus on this high to this low. Did price switch on the lower time frame for me to count this as a pullback? Let's see what we did on the lower time frame. Well, on the lower time frame, you can see we did a low, a high, a low, a high, a low. We don't count these small swing points, so just low, boom. This never switched bearish, right? It's never got that shift in structure for me to then say this is a pullback. So if we never got a pullback because price never shifted bearish on this 30-second time frame, I can't count that as a break of structure. Because remember, break of structure needs a pullback. So do not put your protected low, okay, at this area here because you will get cooked. This is not a break of structure. We're still trading between this low and we haven't had a high yet because we haven't had a pullback. So let's play price out. This here, is this or was this a pullback and then break of structure? No. Well, let's check. Let's go to the 30-second. So from this high to where we broke it, did the 30-second change character? No, because look, high, low, high, low, higher, high. We're still just expanding. Both the 3 minute and the 30-second are bullish. So where does my 30-second shift structure? My 30-second shift structure, once we close below this low, what does that mean? That, okay, let's do it. Boom. As soon as we get this, now my 3 minute is still in an uptrend because where was my last break of structure on the 3 minute? It was this because this was our last pullback. So this is my protected low. The 3 minute is still in an uptrend as long as this low holds. But now what? Let's put this in a different color. So the black is my 3 minute protected low, my higher time frame protected low, and the red is my lower time frame protected low. So as soon as that breaks, what does that tell me? That tells me that, okay, price is now pulling back. So once we take this high, I can class this as a break of structure automatically because I know that in this situation, price did pull back. We switch time frames. But remember, my protected low is all the way down here. What is this? This is just going to be liquidity. We can see we get a 6-tap model from here. The price is going to sweep, come into our last break of structure zone. This is the AMN model if you know it. And come to take out that high. And now we know that this is a real pullback because remember, as soon as we got this, we know that this is a pullback. Now we can look for price to expand higher back in the expansion phase. And now I can put this as my protected low. Does that make sense? Let's go to a downtrend example. I just want to keep it simple. So let's just say we have a low here. We break structure. We have a low here. We break structure. This is the 15 minute. So now I need to see on the 15 minute from this low to this high. Did we switch bullish on my 1 minute time frame? Because the 15 minute is bearish. And in the 1 minute switch bullish, it tells me we are opposing and this is a pullback. Well, no. Because in this situation, we just had, even on the 1 minute, low, high, lower low. This low to high to lower low. Did this switch bullish on the 1 minute? No, because my 1 minute protected high was still all the way up here too. So there was no pullback. There was no shift in structure, which means there was no pullback. And no pullback means what? No break of structure. So if I go back to the 15 minute, this is not my protected high. So this is not my break. This is not a break of structure. So this is not a break of structure. What does that mean? That means that this is not my protected high. And if this is not my protected high, then where's my protected high? It's still up here. And this can just become liquidity for people who do think this is their protected high. I'm only flipping bullish. I'm only looking for buys once we take this high here. So let's play price out. What do we do? So yes, we wicked the high. That's the market for you. But did it close above this high? No. So we never switched into an uptrend. And as you can see, we put in a new low. Now, let's ask ourselves in this situation. Is this, now I got my 15-minute BOS. Let me check it. Yo, from this low to this high, did we switch bullish on the 1 minute time frame? Let's see. On the 1 minute time frame, I can see we did. Remember? Low, high, low, high, low, switch bullish, lower low. So my 1 minute did change character in this example, which means that what? This 15 minute, I can count it as a BOS. All right. And I can expect price to respect this high and then move lower. So I hope this helped out. Let me know if it did. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop it in the comment section below. I do have a premium Discord where I live stream my trading every single day. You can ask me questions about any concepts and get access to my full course. If that does sound interesting to you, there's a 7-day free trial. Link is in the description. Apart from that, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.